Win at Keno, and you could splurge on some New York high fashion. A Mega Millions jackpot could put you in play for a Berkshire's estate. Ironically, we find both options for sale in one place as we drive west to historic Elm Court in Lenox.
Emily Vanderbilt, the granddaughter of Cornelius, and her husband William Sloan are the ones that built it in 1886. It's now 135 years old. There's 90 acres.
For the last 10 years, Les Freeman has managed the estate and become the property's de facto historian.
Now, there is some serious history here that people may not be aware. Treaty of Versailles, partly written here?
That is correct. Yeah, apparently it was either drafted or created on our porch.
So on just a lazy afternoon in the Berkshires, there may have been a treaty drafted that would end World War I.
Exactly.
Such understated grandeur was par for the course for the Vanderbilts. They considered this 5,000 square foot palace with its 106 rooms set on 90 acres spanning 2 towns a cottage. Even their gardener was world class.
Frederick Law Olmsted designed at least the gardens in the back of the house, but I'm sure that he and his design firm encompassed all the 90 acres.
They would essentially have picked up the phone and said, Fred, you know, when you're done with Central Park, we got a project.
That's right.
To see the many Vanderbilt properties all lined up is enough to make you wonder about sibling rivalry.
The Vanderbilt Country Estates.
Yes.
The Breakers in Newport, of course.
Biltmore.
Shelburne in Burlington, Vermont. And here's Elm Court. Were they trying to compete with each other?
I believe so, yeah. As we know that the Biltmore is probably the largest home in America, from what I understand.
Elm Court holds the title of largest shingle-style home in America. And from the look of this master suite, I don't imagine Emily or her guests had much to complain about.
The room is decorated to honor the Vanderbilt colors, which are the gold and the black and the maroon or dark red.
A lot of this has been restored and is not original.
That's correct.
You don't have to know much about sculpture to know that ain't original.
Many of the home's original items, some pictured here, disappeared in the 50 years after Emily Vanderbilt's passing in 1946. For years, the house sat empty and neglected, except for a parade of local looters and squatters.
How extensively was it vandalized?
There really wasn't a pane of glass in the entire building. Every doorknob, every light fixture, they were all gone and missing. And then it was early about 2000 or so when the great-great-grandson of Emily Vanderbilt and his wife came back and they started restoring piece by piece, room by room, Elm Court to bring it back to what we have today.
Their efforts were helped by more than a few guilty consciences.
They would open up the front door and there would be a desk or a chair or a doorknob just left at the front door from someone that had decided to bring it back.
About 60% restored now, Elm Court is in a state of transition while waiting for its next owner. On this day, New York fashion designer Adam Lippis is using the grounds as a backdrop for his latest creations.
I have a luxury brand, women's brand in New York City, but I also have a home up here. And I love to shoot up here because of these incredible spaces like Elm Court.
He calls this his resort collection, targeted at the woman ready for a break from winter, but reimagined for these COVID times.
You know, we've really had to think more about what do you want to wear at home. We used to design a lot for events, and those aren't happening now, but they will be again. We can't despair.
In the meantime, Lippis has elevated one item that no one should be seen without.
We are making masks out of fabrics from the collection. Why not make them fun? And they have been selling great, which is really good to see.
Elm Court has the rare distinction of being both move-in ready and a fixer-upper, as I discovered when crossing into the billiards wing, untouched for 60 years.
So Les, even with all the vandalizing that happened here, original billiard table.
That's correct. Yep, original Brunswick billiard table.
So one can imagine tuxedo gentlemen, snifters of brandy.
Exactly.
So Vanderbilt's huddled over this billiard table.
That's correct. Would you like to play a game?
The listing price to live like a Vanderbilt, $12.5 million. For his part, Freeman believes it would be money well spent.
My wife and I have been on the property for 10 years. We actually ended up getting married here. It really has changed our life, and as long as it's in good hands and it continues on, that would make me happy.
Wow. With a house as big as Elm Court, entertaining was standard for Emily Vanderbilt. And there's a rumor that she had call buttons placed under the rug in certain areas of the house so that she could discreetly call servants to rescue her from certain guests. Well, caretaker Les Freeman checked, and sure enough, he found the remains of call buttons exactly where the rugs would have been. Coming up, a quirky contemporary condo in Cambridge.